Namaste, dear ones. There is a longing in every heart, a longing not just for companionship but for something far deeper. A connection that does not wither with time, a presence that does not fade with distance. You call it love, some call it destiny, but at its core it is a journey of the soul. You see, finding a soulmate is not about searching, it is about becoming. You do not stumble upon them as if they are a lost coin on the street. No, life first prepares you. It bends you, breaks you, humbles you, and then, when you are ready, not when you think you are ready, your paths cross. God does not introduce you to your soulmate the way a friend introduces you to a stranger. He does it through a series of lessons. You may first meet someone who teaches you pain so that you may recognize true love when it arrives. You may encounter deception so that you understand honesty. Love does not always walk in wearing a grand robe. Sometimes it arrives as silence, as a mirror reflecting your deepest self. Your soulmate is not the one who makes you comfortable, they are the one who awakens you. They will not just fit into your life, they will expand it. They will challenge the parts of you that you have ignored. That is why when you meet them, it will not be fireworks, it will be recognition, a quiet knowing that says, there you are. But remember, God does not force timing. He does not rush what must unfold naturally. When you are lost in seeking, you only find illusion. But when you surrender, when you become love itself, the right presence walks into your life, not as something you cling to, but as something that flows naturally with you. So if you are wondering when, where, or how, do not. Instead, ask yourself, am I ready to love at the depth I desire to be loved? Because the divine does not unite two bodies, it unites two energies that are in harmony with each other. And when that alignment happens, there is no force in the world that can keep you apart. Soulmates are not found, they are recognized. The idea that soulmates must be searched for is one of the greatest illusions in life. Many people believe that if they look hard enough, explore every corner of the world, or analyze every potential partner, they will eventually find their perfect match. But a soulmate is not a lost object that must be hunted down. They are not someone you discover by endlessly swiping through faces or meticulously crafting strategies to attract them. Instead, they are someone your soul already knows, and when the right moment comes, you recognize them, often in the most unexpected way. Recognition is different from discovery. Discovery is external, you seek, you compare, you analyze. Recognition is internal. It is an instinctive knowing, a feeling that bypasses logic. When you meet your soulmate, something within you stirs, as if an old memory is being revived. You may not fully understand why, but there is an unexplainable familiarity, a sense of homecoming. It is not always love at first sight, nor is it necessarily dramatic or overwhelming. Sometimes it is a quiet awareness, a deep and profound connection that does not need words to be understood. This recognition happens not because of physical attraction or shared interests alone, but because of a resonance between two souls. It is like two pieces of a puzzle finally fitting together, not because they were searching for each other, but because they were designed to align. However, this does not mean that soulmates complete each other in a way that implies personal emptiness. Instead, they reflect the completeness that already exists within you, even if you have not yet realized it. When you meet them, it is as though they hold up a mirror, revealing aspects of yourself that were always there but hidden beneath layers of doubt, past wounds, or distractions. Another important truth about recognition is that it happens when you are truly ready for it. If you are burdened by unresolved emotions, fears, or unrealistic expectations, you may not be able to see your soulmate even if they are right in front of you. Many people have crossed paths with their soulmates at the wrong time in their lives. Times when they were not open, times when they were still carrying pain, or times when they were chasing illusions. It is not that their soulmate was missing, it is that they were not in the right state to recognize them. Growth, healing, and self-awareness are essential for this recognition to take place. Ultimately, soulmates do not enter our lives as new people we must evaluate and choose. They arrive as souls we have always known. This is why, when the moment is right, the recognition happens effortlessly. There is no struggle, no need to convince, no endless questioning. It simply is. The search ends, not because you finally found them, but because in that moment you remember. This is the one your soul has always known. Life first prepares you before you meet the person who is truly meant for you. Life takes you through a series of experiences, some beautiful, some painful, all necessary. It does not hand you your soulmate as if they are a gift wrapped in perfection. Instead, it shapes you, refines you, and sometimes even breaks you. Love, the kind that is meant to last, is not given to those who are unprepared to receive it. Just as fire purifies gold, life first tests you, molds you, and ensures that you are truly ready for the depth of connection you seek. Often, this preparation comes in the form of relationships that do not work out. You may fall in love with the wrong people, invest in connections that drain you, or experience heartbreak so deep that you begin to question love itself. But these experiences are not mistakes, they are lessons. They teach you what love is and, more importantly, what it is not. They show you where you need to grow, where your wounds still exist, and where you are still holding on to illusions. Every disappointment is a teacher, every heartbreak a mirror reflecting back what still needs healing. Beyond relationships, life prepares you through solitude. There will be times when you feel alone, times when love seems distant, and times when you wonder if you will ever find the connection you long for. These moments are not punishments, they are sacred spaces for self-discovery. They push you to know yourself deeply, to understand what truly fulfills you, and to cultivate love within before seeking it outside. After all, how can you recognize a soulmate if you do not even recognize yourself? Solitude teaches you that love is not about filling a void, but about sharing the wholeness that you have already cultivated. Another way life prepares you is by challenging you. It will test your patience, your faith, and your ability to trust. It will bring obstacles that seem unfair, delays that feel unbearable, and situations that push you to the edge of surrender. But these trials are not there to break you. They are there to strengthen you. They teach you resilience, emotional maturity, and the ability to love beyond mere attraction or convenience. A true soulmate connection is not about perfection, it is about two people who are prepared to walk through life's challenges together with awareness and grace. When you finally meet the one meant for you, you will look back and see how every moment, every heartbreak, every lonely night, every challenge was guiding you toward them. You will understand why things did not work out with others, why certain doors had to close, and why life made you wait. Nothing was wasted, everything was preparation. Because love, the real kind, does not just happen by chance. It happens when you have become the person who is ready to receive and give it fully. Pain is a teacher. Pain is something most people try to avoid. We resist it, fear it, and sometimes even curse it. But what if pain was not here to destroy us, but to teach us? What if the heartbreaks, disappointments, and losses were not punishments but lessons in disguise? When it comes to love and finding your soulmate, pain often plays the role of the greatest teacher. It is through suffering that we gain wisdom, through heartbreak that we learn what love truly is, and through loss that we understand what is truly valuable. The first lesson pain teaches us is awareness. When you go through emotional suffering, it forces you to look within. It makes you question what went wrong, not just in the relationship, but within yourself. Were you seeking love from a place of insecurity? Were you ignoring red flags? Were you trying to force something that was never meant for you? Pain removes the illusions we create in our minds and brings us face to face with truth. It is uncomfortable, but without it we might continue repeating the same mistakes, chasing the same patterns, and never truly evolving. Pain also teaches depth. A person who has never known heartbreak cannot fully appreciate true love. Just as darkness makes us value light, suffering makes us cherish joy. When you have been through betrayal, you learn to value honesty. When you have felt loneliness, you learn to treasure presence. Every painful experience refines your understanding of love, making you more capable of recognizing and holding on to something real when it arrives. This is why soulmates do not meet when you are naive about love. They meet when you have gained the depth to love meaningfully. Perhaps the most important lesson pain teaches is healing. Many people believe finding a soulmate will heal them, but this is not true. Your soulmate is not here to fix your wounds. You must heal them yourself. Pain forces you to sit with your emotions, to face your fears, and to rebuild yourself from within. It teaches you that true love is not about needing someone to complete you, but about being whole within yourself first. Only then can you enter a relationship from a place of strength rather than dependency. Lastly, pain teaches patience. It shows you that love cannot be rushed, that not everyone who enters your life is meant to stay, and that timing is everything. The hurt you feel when things do not work out is not a sign that love has abandoned you. It is a sign that life is still preparing you, and when you finally meet your soulmate, you will realize that every tear, every ache, and every heartbreak was not just suffering, but a stepping stone leading you exactly where you were meant to be. A soulmate is not about comfort but growth. Many people believe that a soulmate is someone who makes life easier, someone who fits perfectly into their world without conflict or challenge. But a true soulmate is not just a source of comfort. They are a force of transformation. They do not come into your life to simply agree with you, validate you, or shield you from discomfort. Instead, they come to help you evolve, to push you beyond your limits, and to awaken parts of you that you may have ignored or suppressed. Growth is often uncomfortable. When you meet your soulmate, they will challenge your beliefs, your habits, and even your deepest fears. They will reflect your weaknesses as much as your strengths, not to criticize you, but to help you see where you still need to grow. This is why soulmate relationships are not always smooth or effortless. They bring out your rawest emotions, your hidden insecurities, and the parts of you that need healing. But instead of running away, a soulmate stands beside you, encouraging you to face these aspects of yourself with courage. A true soulmate will never allow you to stay stagnant. They will push you to follow your dreams, to step outside your comfort zone, and to become the best version of yourself. They will not let you settle for mediocrity because they see your potential even when you do not. At times, this may feel frustrating. You may resist, argue, or struggle with their presence in your life. But deep down, you will know that their influence is making you stronger, wiser, and more aware. It is important to understand that growth in a soulmate connection is mutual. Just as they challenge and inspire you, you will do the same for them. This is why soulmate relationships are intense. They are not about passive companionship, but about active evolution. Both partners are constantly learning, unlearning, and transforming together. Their connection is not just about romance. It is a sacred journey of self-discovery and expansion. So if you are looking for a soulmate to make your life easier, to never question you, or to simply offer comfort without challenge, you are searching for the wrong thing. A soulmate is not here to keep you safe within the limits of who you are today. They are here to guide you toward who you are meant to become. And though this path may not always be easy, it is the most beautiful and fulfilling journey you will ever take. Divine timing matters. In a world that moves fast, where people want instant results and immediate gratification, waiting for the right person can feel frustrating. Many wonder, why haven't I met my soulmate yet? Why is love taking so long? But love does not operate on human schedules. It moves according to divine timing. No matter how much you search, chase, or try to control the process, you cannot force something to happen before its time. True love is not about when you want it, it is about when you are truly ready for it. Divine timing is about alignment. It ensures that when you meet your soulmate, you are both at the right stage of growth to fully receive and appreciate the connection. Sometimes you may cross paths with the right person, at the wrong time. Perhaps you are still healing, still learning, or still carrying fears that would sabotage the relationship. The universe does not deny you love, it simply delays it until you and your soulmate are truly prepared to walk this journey together with clarity and strength. One of the hardest lessons about divine timing is patience. You may feel lonely watching others find love while you are still waiting. You may try to force relationships out of fear of being alone, only to realize that forcing something only leads to disappointment. But trust that the universe is not withholding love from you. It is preparing both you and your soulmate, ensuring that when you do meet, your connection will not just be momentary, it will be lasting and meaningful. Sometimes divine timing works through detours. You may enter relationships that seem promising but eventually fall apart. You may experience heartbreak, delays, or unexpected turns in life that seem unfair, but these are not accidents. They are part of the preparation. Every person you meet, every lesson you learn, and every challenge you face is shaping you into the person you need to be when the right love arrives. If you had met your soulmate before you were ready, you may not have recognized them, or worse, you may not have been able to sustain the relationship. So instead of worrying about when love will come, focus on who you are becoming. The more you grow, the more you heal, and the more you align with your true self, the closer you come to meeting the person who is meant for you. And when the time is right, when everything has aligned, love will enter your life, not as something forced, but as something that flows effortlessly. You will look back and realize that every delay, every heartbreak, and every moment of waiting was not a denial. It was divine timing at work. Love is not about possession but flow. Many people mistake love for possession. They believe that when they find someone special, they must hold on tightly, control the relationship, and ensure that the person never leaves. But true love is not about owning or possessing another person. It is not about chaining them to you out of fear, insecurity, or attachment. Love is about flow, about allowing each person to be free while still choosing each other every day. The more you try to control love, the more it slips away. The more you let it flow, the more deeply it stays. Possession comes from fear, the fear of loss, of loneliness, of not being enough. When people feel insecure in love, they try to claim the other person, setting rules, expectations, and restrictions to keep them close. But love that is based on possession is fragile. It suffocates rather than nourishes. A relationship built on control is not love, it is dependency. And dependency is not a soulmate connection, it is a contract of fear. Love, when it flows, is effortless. It does not require force or control. It does not demand that one person change to fit the other's expectations. Instead, love allows both people to grow, evolve, and become their best selves while still staying connected. In a flowing relationship, love is given freely, without conditions or demands. It is a space where both individuals feel safe to be who they truly are, without fear of being abandoned or rejected for their authenticity. To love in flow means to trust. It means trusting that if someone is meant to be in your life, they will stay, not because you force them to, but because they want to. It means understanding that love cannot be trapped or owned, it can only be nurtured. When love is real, it does not need possession because it is secure in itself. True soulmates do not bind each other in chains, they walk together freely, knowing that their connection is not based on control but on deep mutual resonance. So, if you find yourself trying to possess love, pause. Ask yourself, am I holding on out of fear or am I allowing love to flow naturally? Because the greatest love is not the one you grip tightly, afraid to lose. It is the one that moves freely, deepens naturally, and remains not out of obligation but out of choice. Love is not a cage, it is a river. Let it flow, and it will always find its way back to where it belongs. Surrender, do not chase. One of the greatest mistakes people make when searching for love is chasing it. They believe that if they try hard enough, search long enough, or prove themselves worthy, love will finally arrive. But love does not respond to desperation. The more you chase, the more it runs. The more you cling, the more it slips away. This is because love is not something to be hunted down. It is something to be received. The moment you stop chasing and start surrendering, love flows into your life effortlessly. Surrender does not mean giving up on love. It means trusting that it will come at the right time in the right way. Chasing is rooted in fear, the fear of being alone, of missing out, of not being enough. But surrender is rooted in faith, the faith that you do not need to force anything because what is meant for you will find you. When you stop chasing, you shift from desperation to peace, from seeking to attracting. Love does not come to those who run after it, it comes to those who are at peace with themselves. When you chase love, you often settle for illusions, you try to make things work with the wrong people, you ignore red flags, and you force connections that were never meant to be. But when you surrender, you allow life to bring you exactly what aligns with your soul. You no longer beg for love, you become love. And when you radiate love, you attract it naturally, without force, without fear, without the need to control. Surrendering also means releasing expectations. It means letting go of rigid ideas about when and how love should happen. It means trusting that the universe has a greater plan, one that may not align with your timeline but will always be for your highest good. The most beautiful love stories unfold when you least expect them, when you are not chasing, but living, growing, and embracing the present moment. Love does not need to be hunted down, it needs to be welcomed with open arms. So if you find yourself chasing love, stop, breathe, let go, trust that what is meant for you will never pass you by. Surrender to the flow of life and love will come. Not as something you had to run after, but as something that was always meant to find you. Energy alignment is the key. Everything in this universe operates on energy, including love. It is not just about meeting the right person at the right time. It is about being in the right energy to attract and recognize them. Many people wonder why they keep attracting the wrong relationships or why love seems to elude them. But the answer is simple. Your energy dictates what you attract. If your energy is filled with fear, desperation, or unresolved wounds, you will continue to manifest relationships that reflect the same energy. But when you align yourself with love, wholeness, and inner peace, the right person naturally finds their way into your life. Energy alignment is not about pretending to be happy or faking positivity. It is about becoming truly aware of your inner state. If you are still carrying pain from the past, if you have fears around love, or if you do not truly believe you deserve a deep and meaningful connection, then no matter how hard you search, love will feel distant. The universe responds to your inner world, not just your outer actions. Before love can come from the outside, it must first exist within you. This is why self-work is essential. Instead of searching for love, ask yourself, am I in the right energy to receive it? Are you still holding on to old heartbreaks? Are you still settling for relationships that do not serve you? Are you vibrating at the frequency of fear, doubt, or lack? If so, love cannot flow toward you, no matter how much you want it. Energy does not lie. You must first heal, grow, and elevate your vibration so that when the right person arrives, you are truly ready for them. When your energy is aligned, love feels effortless. You no longer chase, force, or try to make something happen. Instead, you naturally attract someone who resonates with the energy you have cultivated. Soulmates do not meet by accident. They meet when both are vibrating at a frequency that allows their connection to unfold. This is why relationships that are forced or based on fear never last. They were not aligned from the start. But when two souls meet in the right energy, their bond is unshakable. So if love has not yet arrived, do not look outward, look inward. Align your energy with love, joy, and wholeness. Become what you wish to attract. When your inner world matches the love you seek, The universe has no choice but to bring it to you. Love is not a matter of luck or chance. It is a matter of energy. Align and it will find you. The right love finds you when you are ready. Love is not something to be chased, controlled or forced. It is something that flows into your life when you are truly ready to receive it. The universe is always working in your favor. Aligning the right person with the right timing, the right lessons and the right energy. Every heartbreak, every delay and every challenge was never a punishment, it was preparation. You were never being denied love. You were being shaped for the love that is truly meant for you. When you surrender, trust and focus on your own growth, love ceases to be a struggle. It no longer feels like a desperate search, but a natural unfolding. Your soulmate does not arrive when you are chasing them. They arrive when you have become the person who is ready to embrace them fully. Because love is not just about meeting the right person, it is about being the right person. So let go of fear, release control, and allow love to find you in its own divine timing. The universe has not forgotten you. Your soulmate is not lost. They are on their own journey just as you are on yours. And when the time is right, when both of you are truly ready, your paths will cross. Not as two incomplete halves searching for completion, but as two whole beings coming together to create something extraordinary. Trust the process. Love is already on its way.